Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today I have a weird project. I like to have multiple ways of heating my house. So in here I have my wood stove. I haven't been using it much. Most of the time I don't heat up the whole house, but I use it mostly just to get rid of cardboard. So when I'm down here working in the basement or playing around with stuff, well, I just burn some stuff in here. So but it's kind of a mess. I haven't cleaned it for a while, so I thought, well, today I have an oil burner for the wood stove. It's a smart system where you open the bottom here, and you put on another one, and you can close that, and then it has an oil burner. And it has been ages since I played with that or tested it out, so I thought, well, maybe we should put the oil burner on and see if it still works and stuff. Plus it kind of needs a good clean down here. It's not gonna be pretty or anything, but yeah, a little bit of a sweep. And also the thing, I have some stuff in there, it needs emptying out. So I thought, if I film it, I'll get it done. So yeah, today we're gonna be messing a little bit around in here. Yesterday I had a little bit of a catastrophe. You can see there's a bit of water on the floor here, and that's because it has been raining a lot, and I had adjusted the booster pump down because we have had a long dry season, so it wasn't pumping out enough water, and so it had overflown here. There was like, well, a finger wide a layer of water down here. So but now that I have this other diesel heater running, it dries out a lot quicker than it used to do. So yeah, the water is pretty high. I have this little 12-volt pump that I can also turn on when it becomes too high. But well, I'm rambling. I'll get on with this. Well, this floor was also wet yesterday. It's still wet in the corners and stuff, but this dried out a lot quicker than the other one. I have no idea how that happened. Okay, so these becomes very dirty. It has a magazine down here for the ashes. So I'll empty that. I usually burn a lot of pallets and stuff with nails in them, so there's nails in the ashes as well. There's no real reason to clean this all the way right now, because I'm gonna clean the other one first. Just wanted to make sure that there was room for all the crap that was gonna come down. So now we're gonna take this off for the burning chamber. It's a thingy that goes in there, and then we're gonna clean that out. And the easiest way to do that, well, first it is to take the stuff out that I was gonna burn at some point, because otherwise that's gonna, okay, it almost burned, but it didn't quite. So we're just gonna make it fall down into the thing underneath it by moving it forth and back. And there's a lot of stuff here. When you burn cardboard, that's a lot of ashes. A huge amount of ashes. Together with a huge amount of nails here. So you can see nails all over. I do actually have a stick here with a magnet, a hot drive magnet. I can kind of pick up the metal. There's a lot of nails in there. And I have this little shovel here, and it fits very nicely underneath here. And I can take this scraper and I can scrape things out into it. Except all the nails get stuck all the time. But eventually we'll get it. Just moving the dirt around a little bit. I do have one of those ash vacuum cleaner. Let's get that out of hiding. So if you ever wonder if this gets a lot of use, nah, it does not. It has gotten all dusty. It's been a while since I've cleaned this. Yeah. Okay, so I think the tray is pretty full again here. Yep, full to the brim. Oh dear. Okay, it might not look like it, but it has gotten a good clean. When I purchased this house, there was a stove here, and it was an oil stove. And it had, like, you can see this pipe here where it would be fed with oil, and this thing has been bugging me, so I think today is the day where I'm gonna remove this thing. I capped it up. I think I capped it up. I forget if it was capped up. It should go that way, shouldn't it? That is on there. Me and a good hammer did not really get anywhere with those negotiations. That's still too big. 23 millimeters, 22. Okay, 22 millimeters of the trick. Never mind. Gotcha. So these pipes used to go to the big oil tank in the garden, which is now my bunker. So yeah, it hasn't been in use. It actually goes over to these pipes over here that goes out-ish. They have been cut multiple places, and they don't need to be there anymore. But they're not that much in the way right there, so I am not gonna mess with those. But I have a thingy over here that is bothering me. These handles here goes on to the oil burner for this, and this thing goes down way too far, so I want to cut that off. There, that has been bugging me. Okay, here it is, and I have wrapped it in plastic years ago. I haven't had this out in years. Oh, it's okay. So I didn't clean it before I wrapped it in plastic. That is haunting me now. So Yeah. So this is like a diesel burner for a stove. So this is the thermostat where you can set the temperature. Then there is this thing that should really go into the stove, so that it measures temperature and it would turn on and off at the right time. Then there is a diesel hose here for sucking in the diesel. And yeah, I think I'll get a cloth and we'll clean it a little bit before we mount it. Okay, here it is. As you can see, it's mounted on kind of this part down here. So what you do is I open this and I mount the other one, and it closes. And then yeah, then I have an oil burner. This door is a bit in the way when I'm doing that, but that's why I've made it so that this one can be dismounted. So yeah, it has a Statoil XL36 economy burner on there. I have no idea if this still works, but let's try and put it on. I also cleaned the wood stove now that I had the wet cloth out. So yeah, I have made so that it can easily be mounted here. So it has this thing that it sits on, and then it has this screw that just pops up, and then you can put it down, and yeah, then it's in there. So let me do that. See if we can manage that and get that ever so slightly more out of the way. So it's quite heavy. There. And then we need the top to go on into that screw. Come on. There we are. So now it's mounted there. It closes. And I can clean a little bit more here so that it looks good. I have been thinking about testing this for a while, because sometimes I have difficulties getting this wood burner up and going fast enough. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, it has something there. I haven't got a clue what that is for. So it would be very efficient if I could just, you know, start the oil burner, put some wood in, start the oil burner, and then it would be burning. So yeah. But for now I'm just gonna test if it still works. That's the weird system. So this goes into a fuel can, and then this goes, it needs power, so this goes to power. Okay, so it does have a fastening. I don't want it to open up, so it does have a screw here where you fasten it in so that it doesn't open by itself. There. This thing is not really meant to be able to open when the burner is on, but the safety mechanism here has been removed, so now it is. And it would be nice to see what it's doing, so we can open that. I have a bucket here full of very extreme old diesel. So we're gonna dip our stick into that. I haven't stirred it around too much. It has had a couple of good years to settle to the bottom, so my best estimate is that it's fine. So now I have the wires here to sort out. Oops, I connected the power and it started to make noises. So it might be doing stuff like preheating. Apparently it has run 3,380 hours. Oh, 3,300 error 2. Do wonder what an error 2 would be. I think error 2 is something that we solve by pressing the button. No CO. No CO. Yeah. I would be lying if I thought I knew what that was. Okay, I haven't got a clue. I'll mess with it a little bit. Okay, I've taken the cover off. It really doesn't make it prettier, so if I press here twice, it goes back to that, and then if I give it a little press there, it will try again. And it seems like something is not spinning. It will... I'm not sure what that is that makes that sound. Well, then it turns that thing on and then it fails. That thing turns off. I have looked online to see if there was any help to find, and it seems that this thing is just too old. There were no one talking about it anywhere, but yeah, I think we'll try and put it up on the table because I'm sure. Oh, this thing is loose. I haven't got a clue what to do with it. Yeah. This is not my area of expertise. Okay, so this motor in here becomes warm, so my best estimate is that it's not turning around. So that doesn't seem completely wrong. It doesn't seem to turn around. So that's it's there. Okay. We need that to stay there. Okay, let's see what happens. I think we'll check this. It turns around now. Okay, let's try again. Move it. Oh dear, what if it starts? Okay, I guess that's a fix. Now I need to shut it off to I fixed it. Cool. Okay, managed to turn it off. So let's get this cover back on. I'm ever so slightly proud of myself. Oh, we need this thing first. It has settings. I didn't see what it was at. 10 to 1. Okay. Yeah. May I just say that it's the first time ever that I'm working on one of these, and I might have been extremely lucky here. Yeah, I think we can turn it back on. Error 4. That's another error, so I think we're good to go. See if it turns now. Yep, that sounds a lot better. To ruin the display a little bit. The mounting bracket for it that sits here got broken off, so I need to super glue a little bit. Okay, I have super glued it. Yeah, it's not perfect at all, but hopefully it will last a little bit. This even takes some of the noise of the oil burner. Piece of cake. I do believe this. I can shut this off. But yeah, for video purposes, it's very great to have that flame visible in there. This thing, the thermostat, should really go into one of these holes here. I would need to remove this piece, and well, actually it came with a thingy, I think, that goes into it, and then that would I would have to check that. So the thermostat could go in there. This is a success. It worked. It took a bit of fiddling around for it to start working, but now it's working very well. It became a bit smoky down here. So we'll close this. I'll remove the smoke, and I'm curious how long it will take to heat up the house. So, but yeah, I won't bother you with that. So yeah, that was a very exciting video on playing with my wood stove, which is now an oil burner stove, but can easily become a wood stove again. Just take that lid off and put the other one on. So yeah, I don't know if it's interesting, but I needed to try it out again. I don't think I've messed with this for like 10, 12 years. So I thought, either it works or I throw that bloody thing out that has been sitting for years. But I'm gonna keep it a bit longer because it still works. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again. Join me over on Blue Sky. I'll leave the links in the description of me on Blue Sky. It's the replacement for Twitter X thingy. If you, like me, don't really like the new management, join me over at Blue Sky. So have a nice day. Bye bye.